This is Melissa. Melissa has two older boys from a previous marriage and a younger 4-year-old boy from her most recent marriage. We will call her youngest son Jakey. This is Zach. He is the biological father of Jakey. However, he is in jail for a very long time for an awful crime he committed. At the beginning of our story, he has been in jail for a few months. His crime shocked Melissa and the whole family. Melissa filed for divorce recently, but it is still being finalized. Melissa and Zach moved to his hometown a few months before everything happened. He gets completely cut off from her and the boys. He doesn't even bother trying to reach out. He also keeps getting into fights in jail and keeps getting put in exile. This is Connie and George. They are the parents of Zach. They also have two other boys together. Zach is the oldest. Their second oldest is Zane, and Eric is the youngest. This is Tabitha. Tabitha is Connie's mom. Yes, she is still alive. She had Connie when she was very young. She is a hothead and has never liked Melissa for some unexplained reason. Our story starts a few months after Zach's crime and not long after his sentencing. The whole family is still in shock with Zach's actions and sentencing, but they're starting to move on. Melissa makes it a point to visit Connie and George with Jakey when she can. They have their differences, but Connie has always been good to Jakey. Oh, my dear boy, there you are. Hi, baby. You look more and more like your father every day. Can we please try and not talk about Zach in front of him? When he's older, I'll have to find a way to explain it to him. But he's my son and his father. I don't care what. I think that judge was also way too harsh on him. It was hard for me to come to terms with everything too, but what he did was awful. And he made his choice. He doesn't want anything to do with any of us, including Jakey. I don't know. I feel like there's more to the story still. Maybe others were involved, and they just didn't catch them. He confessed to all of it and said several times that he was alone. I don't remember him going out with anyone else that night either, or meeting up with anyone. Yes, but he had so many drinks. How does he remember anything? How does he remember what he did to confess to it? I think the security footage is what helped him piece things together, and it clearly showed only him. Don't remind me of that awful tape they made all of us sit through. That was really hard to watch. Still, 50 years, that's too harsh, especially for a first-time offender. He literally almost unalived that old man. I can't wrap my head around why he would do that. I have never seen him like that. That old man probably did something to him first, and at the end of the day, he was fine. He is not fine at all. Did you listen to all his injuries? I don't remember. I was in such a haze during that part. He is permanently blind in one eye, has permanent brain damage, and lost almost all of his hearing in one of his ears, not to mention all the broken bones. I don't think that's fine at all. I don't want to talk about that anymore. I just want to spend some time with my Jakey. Oh, by the way, my mom is coming over. She should be here soon. She wanted to see Jakey too. Okay, no problem. I know she is very upset over all of this and has been struggling. I haven't seen or spoken to her in a while. How is she doing now? I think she's still in shock like the rest of us. That's her grandbaby and she had a very close relationship with him when he was little, but she'll get there. Tabitha arrived about 15 minutes later. Melissa, Jakey, and Connie are in the living room playing when Tabitha arrives. When Tabitha walks in, she barges into the living room screaming at and cursing out Melissa. How dare you show your face here with that smug look? What the he-11 is wrong with you? Whoa, Tabitha, calm down. What's going on? What are you talking about? You know damn well what I'm talking about. What did you do to my grandbaby? I know it's all your fault that he ended up on this situation. That is not my fault at all. I didn't do anything. Can you please watch your mouth in front of my son? Tabitha out of nowhere charges at Melissa and tries to push her down to the ground, and then, when she doesn't succeed, she starts taking some big violent swings at her. Mom, stop! Calm down! Tabitha continues to swing at Melissa. Melissa keeps screaming at her to stop and screaming for help. Melissa finally manages to pull Tabitha off of her as she tries to swing at her again. Oh my gosh, Mom, please stop. Melissa, please, I'm begging you not to hurt her. She's not in her right mind. Take my son out of here. I'm calling the cops. Tabitha finally stops swinging but continues to scream and curse at Melissa. At this point, Melissa has a very swollen eye and a bloody nose. Connie ends up calling the cops for Melissa as she can't restrain her mom and is worried for everyone's safety. The police show up and Tabitha is still screaming at Melissa and is now trying to lunge at her again. They restrain Tabitha and put her in the cop car. Ma'am, are you okay? Do you need us to call you an ambulance? No, I think I'm okay. With all due respect, you don't look okay. You should probably get checked out. She started texting me last night threatening me again. I still have the texts. I'd rather not take my chances. For now, it's a temporary order. In about 10 days, we will get in front of a judge and he will decide it if it stays and for how long. Obviously, Jakey spends time with you and I'm not always here and she comes to visit him. That can no longer happen. She is not allowed to be near myself or my son. So what? Now I can't see him anymore either. I can't have him by myself anymore. No, I didn't say that. I have no issues with you. He loves you and I would never try to take you guys away from him. All I ask is that you don't invite her here when me or Jakey are here. Or if she will be here, just let me know and we will leave. Oh, hey, I understand. Thank you for letting us know. I can't force you to do anything, but I hope you reconsider. The hearing was relatively quick and easy, with the police report, medical report from there, and pictures of Melissa's injuries. The judge ruled to keep the protective order in place for 5 years. He also agreed that it will extend to Jakey since the incident happened in front of him and she had no regard for him or his safety. A few days after the hearing. Hi, Melissa. Can Jakey come over this weekend for a bit? Let me make sure we don't have any plans, but please remember that if he is with you, Tabitha cannot be around. Well, she is my mother. I can't just stop her from showing up. But I promise if she does, she won't hurt Jakey. No, that's not good enough. We have a restraining order against her. Did you forget that she literally attacked me in front of him in your home? Okay, no problem. So can he come over? I had some fun things planned for us. You know what? I just looked at our schedule and we do have some things going on this weekend, so it won't be a good time. I'll let you know if anything changes. Maybe next weekend will work. Okay, sure, no problem. A few days after the weekend, Melissa is at work when she gets served papers. Connie and George are suing her for grandparents' rights. Hey Connie, what in the world is this? Are you seriously suing me for grandparents' rights? Yes, dear. But please don't be upset. We were advised that it was in ours and Jakey's best interest. I didn't even know grandparents' rights was a thing. I just don't understand. I don't keep Jakey away from you and told you that I'm not trying to take you guys away from him either. This is just a formality. We just needed something in writing. I like Jakey so much and just want to keep things fair. This isn't right. Nothing has to change. We will just have a more uniform schedule that will have to be followed. That's all. You don't realize how that sounds. This is nuts. Let's just let our attorneys figure out all the logistics, okay? What on earth makes you think I can afford an attorney right now? Did you forget that your son left me all alone here? Did you forget everything I just went through? I was barely able to afford the divorce attorney. They have court-appointed attorneys. It's fine. Just ask for one of those. It's not fine. None of this is fine. All you are doing is straining this relationship and causing most stress. I can see this conversation is upsetting you. I'll just let you be for now. Of course it's upsetting me. You also completely blindsided me. You didn't even have the decency to have a conversation with me first before getting attorneys and judges involved. My Jakey is important to me, and if I get my time with him, that's honestly all that matters to me right now. I deserve my time with me. With Zach in jail and with the divorce, this is necessary. It's very common, actually. As all of this is happening, Melissa finds out that Connie and George also just won full custody of their other granddaughter. She's only 5 months old and belongs to Connie and George's second son, Zane. Zane and his wife have been struggling with addiction. They have always had issues with Dr. Zero G's and drinking, but after the baby was born it got worse and his parents had to step in. According to Connie and George, that is. Our attorney would like to know if there is an attorney he should direct his communication to. No, I can't afford an attorney. So I guess he will just have to email me directly. I really think this is all too much though still. Okay, I will let him know. But just so you are aware, he said it will be in all of our best interest to come up with a schedule and put it in writing before court. I just don't understand what makes you think you deserve some sort of custody schedule. You are not his parent. I'm on your side, Melissa. Like I said, I just want to make sure we are all covered. After that last weekend, I didn't want to lose Jakey forever. What are you talking about? I told you we were busy that weekend. Right, busy. This way my time will be guaranteed and you won't have to be conveniently busy. Okay, you know what? I'll just wait for your attorney to contact me and discuss details with him from now on. That's how this works, right? You clearly didn't want to have a conversation with me before doing all of this, so I don't know why you care to now.